Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my Linear Ocean Learning channel on transformation of sentences according to structure. Part 1. Part 1 is on complex to simple and complex to compound. Rule 9. Complex with subordinating conjunction when, in case of verbs like arrive, reach, enter, come, etc., having two different subjects. Viewers, for your better understanding, I want to clarify something. It is, in this aspect, I have used some abbreviations, and you need to know it. Complex. CX means complex. SC means subordinating conjunction. IPO means in place of. VN means verbal noun. S subject. PCL principal clause. NPOSCL, that means next part of subordinating clause. EX means extension. Rule 9, I am again repeating. CX, complex sentence with subordinating conjunction when, in case of verbs like arrive, reach, enter, come, etc., having two different subjects. Example, complex sentence. When my mutton chop arrived, she seriously took me to task. Viewers, many may not understand what is took me to task. It is take to task. Take to task means scold. It's a verbal phrase. If we want to put it into a simple sentence, we have to follow this structure. On the IPO when, that means in place of when, we will have to put on the, then verbal noun. In this subordinating clause, when my mutton chop arrived, in this subordinating clause, verb is arrived and its verbal noun is arrival. So in place of when, it is on the, then in place in lieu of arrived, it will be arrival. Then subject, my mutton chop. This is the subject of this subordinating clause, plus comma, plus PCL means principal clause. She seriously took me to task. When my mutton chop arrived, she seriously took me to task. If we follow this structure, on the arrival of my mutton chop, she seriously took me to task. Now, if we want to put it into a compound sentence, CD means compound. When omitted, when will be omitted, then NPOSCL, that means next part of subordinating clause. If we omit when and write the next part of subordinating clause, then my mutton chop arrived will be there. So my mutton chop arrived, and in place of comma there will be and IPO comma, then PCL or extension. PCL means principal clause. She seriously took me to task. So if we follow the structure, the compound sentence will be my mutton chop arrived and she seriously took me to task. First, let me give another example, but in a different perspective. In the previous instance, the subject of the subordinating clause used was impersonified subject, my mutton chop. But when there will be personified subject, then the structure will be somehow different. Now let us look at the example. When I reached home, my children became happy to see me. The structure to be followed to put it into a simple sentence will be on IPO when. That means in place of when we will have to write on plus possessive form of subject. PFOS, possessive form of subject. Possessive form of subject. That means in place of I, it will be my, then be and verbal noun. Here verb is reached and its verbal noun is reaching, plus next part of subordinating clause. I have already mentioned it. NPOSCL means next part of subordinating clause, plus comma, plus PCL or extension, principal clause or extension. Now if we follow the structure to put the complex sentence, when I reached home, my children became happy to see me, it will be on my reaching home, comma, my children became happy to see me. To make it compound, we have to follow the as usual structure as before. I reached home, when omitted, next part of subordinating clause, I reached home, and in place of comma there will be and, then principal clause. I reached home, I reached home, when omitted, I reached home, and here it will be and in place of comma. Then principal clause is my children became happy to see me. I reached home and my children became happy to see me. Viewers, another example. When Messi entered into the stadium, his fans went into ecstasy. Viewers, many of you may be the fans of Cristiano Ronaldo or Neymar Jr. Don't mind, let it be Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo or Neymar Jr. When Neymar Jr. or when Cristiano Ronaldo entered into the stadium, his fans went into ecstasy. Here is a special case. In the complex sentence, in the prior examples, pronouns were used like I, when I reached home, but here in name. In case of name, it is better to put the name or the principal clause at the beginning. In that case, Messi's fans, principal clause, Messi's fans went into ecstasy on his, possessive form of the subject, possessive adjective of the subject, on his entering, verbal noun, the verbal noun of entered is entering into the stadium. When Messi entered into the stadium, his fans went into ecstasy. Simple will be Messi's fans went into ecstasy on his entering into the stadium. If we want to make it compound, as usual, we can follow the prior structures. same structure. Messi entered into the stadium and his fans went into ecstasy. Dear viewers, I will come with my next video on the same part, that is part 1, on transformation of sentences according to structure from complex to simple and complex to compound. There are nearly 40 structures. See you next time. Till then, goodbye.